should have went.
I should have went. That's what you
2
get.
minutes, stand by, 2 minutes.
I need to go, I'm sorry.
Are you serious? We're about to start.
I've got
Are you totally serious?
I've got 2 minutes, it's fine.
That's the show.
Thank everybody for coming today. Really appreciate it for our... There is another one, for our first performance. Now I too need a nervous wee, so that's always...
Are you kidding me on?
Okay, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the last 6 months, you single-handedly have raised £120 million for your 2 favourite charity televised events. It's amazing. You single-handedly have changed someone's life.
It's not that great though.
What do you mean?
I'm not meaning to rain on anybody's parade. I'm just saying, actually, if you break down the population of our country...
Yeah, but do you not read the newspapers? I mean, do you not watch these televised events? I had to hide my phone to stop me constantly texting in.
Right.
Right.
Right, so what Claire is trying to tell everybody is that she donates to these things because she's so empathetic.
That's right. I mean, I texted in 3 times.
Yep. Claire knows exactly what it's like to be a Nigerian woman with 5 kids starving and dying of AIDS.
Vikki, what are you doing? We're halfway through our show. Stop being so ignorant.
Okay, that's not what that means. Okay. Ignorant is widely perceived to mean rude.
Leave me sitting here.
Okay, but what actually ignorance does mean is that it means a lack of something. Okay, if you're ignorant, then you don't know something.
Well, that, my friend, makes you ignorant to this wonderful audience and their charitable good deeds.
Yeah, see, much like the words ignorant and queer, the word empathy, what we believe it to mean often, is so far removed from the real definition of the word. You see, to empathise with someone is to share the same experience, as opposed to sympathise, which is to feel sorry for. OK, now, Claire, you sympathise with the Nigerian woman with the kids and the terminal illness. You can't actually empathise. Are you a mother?
No.
Are you poor?
No.
Are you African?
Vikki, it's got nothing to do with vocabulary. It's a physical reaction to something. It's something that happened inside your gut. Look, do you remember when you told me your granddad died? I knew exactly what you were going through because my granddad died the year before.
Well, yeah, but then you had knowledge.
No, Vikki, it's more than that. It's something physical that happens to you.
OK, but remember, you can also have a physical reaction to sympathy, you know, if you feel it strongly enough.
Like when you're watching those televised events and you get so upset that you start to cry. Whoa! Whoa! Look, take a baby, for example. When a baby hears another baby cry, he or she will also start to cry. It's not intellectual, it's emotional. Vikki, it's instinct.
Actually, for once, I agree with you.
Thank you. Now,
sometimes you will have the ability to empathise, but it's your knowledge that actually gets in the way. Yeah?
What?
Now, for example, give me a story.
OK, there's a young woman, same age as me, who's got the same personal and emotional goals as I do. Her and I both have a boyfriend. We both get dumped on the same day.
Stephen?
Then I see her the month before getting off with some other guy. Do I have any empathy for her? Do I beak? Now, where were we?
Lovely, but actually what I meant is that in a society today where we're constantly bombarded by images and information, well then we're conditioned to behave a certain way. We think first, we act later.
Yes, but I'm still right.
And sometimes it's even your second-hand knowledge that gets in the way. You know, some stuff that you think you know.
What do you mean?
OK, well, Claire, since you are so sympathetic, then how come this morning when we went for breakfast you were able to walk past that homeless guy without giving him any of your spare change?
Because you're just going to spend the money on booze.
In the home of the brave and the land of the free.
Vikki, what you doing?
Some science guy with a fancy degree started a study in 2008. Sing along if you know the words. Yes, this is a song about some primates. He locked them in a cage and he gave them a choice. Oh. Their answer was clear even with no voice. The monkeys they had, they were able to see. Looked out for their friends, yes, had empathy.
Lovely.
No, really. Claire and I found ourselves constantly contradicting ourselves and one another when we were researching, writing and discussing this piece. And we did watch those televised charity events, you know, the ones I'm talking about. And we both donated, and we both cried. And we felt, not for the first time, by the way, weakened by our desire to empathise. See, it's this notion that has often made me...
Made me a pushover.
Yeah, and it's kept me too naive.
Characterised my generation.
And exploited my gender.
And if the truth be told, made me less empathetic.
Now, what's a car? Is a car the structure, the steering wheel, the engine? Well, no, it's all the car. But individually, none of these pieces are the car. Now, perhaps we're just going to have to say the same thing about empathy.
Absolutely. Take the title for our piece, for example. We found it really difficult to deconstruct what empathy meant, much less explore it theatrically. So in the end, perhaps empathy is the wanting, it is the physical reaction, and it is the giving.
The most honest and accurate thing that we can say about empathy now is that it's a perfect human concept in that it's flawed and undefinable.